Hello, hello. I love the and boo. That was perfectly timed, Shiv. That was amazing. Hello everybody. Hey there, Shiv, Cougar, Francesca, Nye, Hooky Frog, Angel, Nina, Nye, Zeal. How's everybody doing? I love the jump scare. Speaking of jump scared, I'm actually already thinking about like ideas for Halloween because I definitely want to do like a creepy theme for like for the server and doing like a movie night, but also for the streams I want to play some spooky games too. And so I will even like dress up the stream too to have it maybe some cobwebs, you know, maybe get some of the alerts or maybe some of the sound alerts to be more ghost-like or something. Also, Mikhail says hi. He's over here doing things. Let's switch on over to the other scene. Also, hey there, Senku. Let's see if chat moves along with me, and yes, it does. Oh my god. Hooray, hooray. As for Silent Hill or RE, yes, Zeal, I kind of would like to play Silent Hill 2, that remake. Cause I did buy some RE games recently during the Capcom sale. I bought RE 7 and 8. I had played 7 a few times, but never got too far in it because I kind of just got a little, I don't know, the first personness of it kind of threw me off, but I'm kind of like willing to go with it. Also, Mikhail, he says hi. But I'm kind of interested in Silent Hill too, even though I have tried to go back and play the original Silent Hill, like literally PS1, and man, that game is kind of hard to go back to. Hey there, official Stud VA. I think maybe Stud VA is better than just calling you official. How are you? Also, Mikhail just straight up jumped here on top of the chair, and now he's laying on my lap because he's a little baby, and he has sharp nails because I have not cut his nails in a few weeks, but he's just being a little baby. Lol, PS1, that is a slog. You gotta love it. Yeah, it's just rough. Like there's something like I feel like you can still go back and play RE1, RE2, RE3, Code Veronica, those games, right? Also, I don't like this song. We're gonna switch this song. It is the Wii Shop music, which I love, but that version is kind of annoying on my ears. Oh, Macaulay's such a little baby. He's just laying here and he's purring on my lap because he's so cool. Speaking of Stud, you said that you're doing good, doing audio editing commissions at the moment and giving my doggo a pup cup. Today's her birthday. Aw, well, forward our happy birthdays to your beloved puppo. How old are they? What about RE1 Director's Cut on PS5? I just can't really go back to like the original games. I'm saying like they are playable, way more so than I think the Silent Hill games. But if I am gonna play any RE remakes, it's gonna be like any of the remakes, even like that GameCube remake, because that was like the absolute perfect type of remake. I'm really hoping that one of these days they decide just to go back and remake RE1, like in the new like engine and everything that they've been doing. 5 years old. Oh wow, nice, awesome. Be sure to give the love, guys. Show some love for Stud's doggo in the chat. Because, I mean, the pets deserve it, man. Speaking of audios, the reason why I think Mikhail is a little lovey-dovey with me right now is because I kind of locked him out of the bedroom for like 2 hours. Because as you guys know, as I talked about on the server, I had a recording to do today for an upcoming project. So I had to record live with the director. And originally, my parts were gonna last about an hour. Turned out, it was gonna be a whole. Also, Mikhail, get out of here. He just started walking on the desk, and I don't need him clacking on the keyboard. Anyway, so. Yeah, Ended up getting offered to do a second character since I was already there. So yeah, so it ended up being close to 2 hours of recording. But it ended up being a good time. It was great. I loved it. My characters that I played were awesome. Also, Mikhail wants to get back up here. But you fucked up, buddy. You weren't supposed to be standing all... He literally, like, just threw his hand onto the armrest. He's like, no! I'm going up there. So anyway, I had to lock him out for those 2 hours. But I recently opened the door, had some food, and now he's like, you're not locking me out again. You're gonna hang out with me. But yeah, it's for an upcoming project, Stud. I can't really talk about it because NDAs and all that kind of stuff. But I believe they said that it should be ready midway through July or August. Obviously, projects and stuff like that are fluid, so it kind of goes all over the place. But it went very well. I was nervous all day, as I usually am when it comes to all of these projects and stuff. I mean, it's just when I'm recording on my own, it's fine, right? You have all the time in the world. You go over your own mistakes, whatever. But when you're with the director, there's just this pressure, and it's not about the performance. Like, I don't mind getting loud and like, you know, being angry or being sad or being frantic or having a lot of energy. Like, none of that bothers me. The acting part is not embarrassing or anything. It's just me wanting to do very well, and I don't want to come off as amateurish, even though this has already been like my fourth time doing this. But the way I always like come back to it and be like, give myself a little bit of I don't know, reassurance is just to be like, hey, if they didn't like my stuff, they wouldn't keep coming back to me, right? So it gives me some pause when it comes to the way in which I doubt myself. So, also Mikhail is back. He is standing on the armrest. Hi, Mikhail. Now he's rubbing himself on the microphone. Hello, little buddy. How are you? It's actually almost his own birthday. Can you believe it? It's gonna be his birthday in 9 days. He's gonna be 13 years old. He's my little old man. And I love him because he's just the coolest little dude. Even though sometimes he can be a little annoying just with his affection, but he's great. I love him. Yes, thank you so much, guys, for all the praise and just for, being there for me and encouraging me. Very, very just like appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I do need to like get rid of some of these songs. I feel like they're just too high energy for what I want, Exactly, Shiv. It's like, well, they must have seen something and liked, right, for them to like contact me or to want me. So, it's a little, like I said, it's reassurance. That's good. And like you said, Angel, it's the perfectionist. That's the whole thing about it. I just don't want to come off as looking unprepared, unprofessional, amateur, whatever. I just want everything to be good. Justice for Mikhail, give him all the love and pets because he suffered a lot being kicked. Yes, and now he's being pet as he deserves. He's a little old man, and he's the best. What concert are you going to, Nai? What's on the schedule? It's not the Beyonce concert, is it? Is it? I do remember you talking about it before. And also the outfits that you were looking to get, like the cowboy outfits? Cowboy-inspired outfits? You take pride in your craft. Nothing wrong with that. You're good at it. Oh, thank you, Cougar. I remember a long time ago, I had somebody tell me, Mikhail, you gotta move. Also, he is shedding everywhere. There is cat hair all over the place. Anyway, I had somebody tell me a long time ago, this was like years and years back, who said that when you get nervous about things, it is because you care. So, whether it's like you want to present yourself in a good way, whether you want to present the material in a good way, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you care. And so if you didn't care, you wouldn't be nervous, right? You would just be like, who cares, right? And just kind of like wing it or whatever. But that's always one way that I'm able to spin my nerves into a positive light, I think. The Bay concert, yep. I'm pretty sure you saw, and I think you might have even posted it on the server about the whole Beyonce car situation. I was like, why are people doing that? That is way too much. That is way extra. We don't need that type of stuff in a concert. Just stay on the stage, do your little dance, do your singing, have some pyro, do some cool effects on the screen. Don't need to be hanging a car over the audience. Yes, Beyblades. She's going to a Beyblades concert. Fuck it, we ball. That's been my attitude for like the longest time. It's like, dude, just press on. Do what you gotta do. Make it happen. Make some moves. And very much so, Angel. Mikhail is quite the king of the house. I've always said that, like, he's my roommate, right? We're friends. We hang out together. Also, I love this song. One of my favorite, like, Mario songs. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause that. Even though it is the greatest song ever. Because we're actually gonna play games, believe it or not. Even though I do talk a lot, I also like to play video games a lot. But let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I used to have a family friend actually call me that. Every time he saw me. The man, the myth, the legend. That was like his whole thing. Anyway, let's get into some Death Stranding. I have been meaning to play this all week. I have not had the availability to do so. I meant to play yesterday. Completely ran out of time. Just full on did not have a chance, opportunity at all to play. And I got kind of down because of it, because I actually like tried to get everything done that I needed to do yesterday, because I needed to prep everything to be able to do my recordings today. Because I was getting off work and immediately going into the recording. So I had to have everything set, ready, settings, the application I was using, all that kind of stuff. So it was, did not have that much time. So you guys are gonna watch me play a little bit of Death Stranding, which is the first game. Is hands down one of my favorite games, possibly ever. Because it's just so over the top and so stupid. Also, real quick, before we do this, hold on one second. Something is bothering me. This needs to be rectified. If I can do it here. I'm hoping I can do it here. Let's see. There we go. That looks better. That looks a lot better. What do you think, Angel? Does that look better to you? Because I was looking at people's little the little emote next to them, and yours was missing, and I was like, hold up. I gotta throw out a sub. I've had quite a lot of subs gifted to the community. It would be sucky for me to not want to pass that along. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Hooky Frog, you had said, also, hold on real quick. Shiv says, it's now become my habit to make sure things are spelled right at the top. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hooky Frog says, what's your favorite part about this game so far? So, the thing I liked about the first game and this game is literally the overall gist of what you do, which you are delivering packages. I don't think I want to go into the entire huge narrative into what the game is. I will paint it in broad strokes. Also, hello there, Princess Flowers. How are you? Hoping you're doing well. Thanks for hopping on in. Also, sorry, it took a second to register, but lol. So yes. Yeah, I'm a postman, basically. So the world ended due to this event called the Death Stranding. And so what ended up happening is the land of the living and the land of the dead have kind of, not gonna say layered on top of each other, but they kind of have, in a way. And so the world kind of is in a state of...
would be nice.
Hey there, Irene. Every time that water check, that hydration check comes in, I know it's you. So let me go ahead and grab a swig of this. It's not water, though. It's actually soda. So, in this game, in Death Stranding 2, again, the world of the living and the world of the dead have kind of layered on top of each other, almost like two dimensions. It's like we find out the afterlife is actually real, but what we don't want is the dead actually contacting the living, because if they ever make actual physical contact, it kind of like makes like a nuclear bomb. And so to prevent that from happening, because there are like these creatures called the BTs, which are kind of like ghosts, they will pop up randomly in certain spots. So humanity has gone underground into these like bunkers. This is this guy's bunker. We're in Australia. He's a hologram. And I'm delivering packages to him. So imagine if COVID just was a permanent thing and nobody was allowed to ever go outside. And there are certain people who are somewhat immune to the BTs. And so I have a hypersensitivity to BTs. Norman Reedus, our main character. So he's able to actually be a postman. So, literally, I am carrying packages on my back. I have packages on my bike. And my job is to deliver packages from one side, like one bunker to another. It is absolutely crazy, this game, in terms of just how wild it is. I have robot legs, as you can tell. I have like a skeleton. It helps me carry extra weight. I have a little doll on my my pack, if you can see him. He's actually a human whose spirit got confused because he was a spirit medium back in the day. And when he was trying to contact ghosts and shit, his spirit actually ended up inhabiting a doll. So he's lost his body. So he hangs out with me. He does little quips. I have a dead baby on my, literally, on my chest. You can't see the baby, but he's in there. Or she's in there. I think it's a she. She is dead. She is a stillbirth. And because she was born dead, she has the ability to somewhat stay in contact with the land of the dead. Therefore, it enables me to be able to, I don't know. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I need to deliver packages. So I'm going to see what needs to get delivered. Let's go to my cargo management. Also, he has a thumb ring. If you see the thumb ring, you'll see it. He gives a little thumbs up and he has a little thumb ring. All right, so cargo management. I have all my stuff, but I need to see if I have anything that needs to get delivered. I don't think so. These are all my things. So I am actually going to drop off some of these things here and take new orders. Oh, so let me tell you the basic like premise of the game as what you're supposed to do. Also, yeah, how high were they when they designed this game? This game, I'm sure, Cougar, you've, or maybe you have or have not. Have you heard of the Metal Gear Solid series? Because this game was designed entirely by the man who created all those games. Oh, I guess you need to have contact with the land of the dead or whatever. I think that's important for. Yes, exactly. It is a requirement to work for Jeff Bezos. So let's take on some. Well, first, hold on. Let me go to the facility storage. I'm actually going to dump some things I don't need. I don't need this climbing act. I don't need the special alloys. Those are like the heaviest things. And on the right, it tells you like how heavy they are in kilograms, or how big they are, like the package. So I don't need any of those. I'll keep some of this other stuff. Yeah. Let's place it in the locker. All right. Now let's take some orders. Okay. So this is one of like the story missions, and it's orange. That's how you know it's a story mission. Breakable cargo delivered the dismantled rifle to the lone commander. The commander? Yes. The government has introduced you to our prepper known as the Lone Commander. He should have useful combat expertise to share with you. Delivered the dismantled rifle to his shelter, and he may be inclined to cooperate with you. All right, so let's do that. However, he is very far away, I think. Wait. Oh, okay, no, I thought he was over here. He is way close to us. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in. You can see the terrain also. The terrain matters. There's also areas where the dead are actually, you can actually see where the dead people are, the BTs as they're called. I don't know if I can see them here because there was one mission that I had to go take it and I could see like it was like infested. I don't see it anymore. Because that's how you know like to prepare for them. Okay. I don't think they get paid enough for that. Resin grind. I'm just gonna go home and eat Panda Express. Eat that Panda Express. What did you get, by the way? All right. All right. I have to be fragile. So quite literally, I have to be very careful with this. I can't fall down. I can't run and like slip. We're gonna try our best. We're gonna use a vehicle too. Also, when you see other structures, they were actually made by other players. So, like, if you see that bridge over there, during certain times, because there is weather also in the game, that area over there, which I think, how do I zoom in? There we go. You zoom in over there. Like, that can sometimes flood. And so to be able to get over it, you would need this bridge. And so people can make structures for you, and you can go up to them and like them, like quite literally like them. You can go up to it and just hit a button, and you can say you like it, like this. I'm liking it. I'm currently liking something. It's like this thing. Oh shit! Fuck! Also, if you are heavy and you just stop on a dime, yeah, you can accidentally like destroy your shit and fall over. So, yes, there's actually buttons, like the L button holds your left hand to the backpack strap. The R button holds the right, so it gives you more balance as you run. Whole thing. Anyway, let's get into it, okay? So, I also did not map out where I need to go. So we need to go this way. I'm also going to remove all the markers. Take this one. Let's do removal marker. Yes. All right. Let's go up here. You know what? I'm not gonna take a vehicle because it is all uphill, and I can see that there are ladders and anchor points that I think other players have already left for me. So yeah, I won't use a vehicle because I don't think a vehicle can even go up that terrain. It's literally straight up. And there we go. There's the symbol for the BTs. So that means BTs will be in the area. So a BT area shrouded in red mist and packed with huge rocks, some of which are taller than a fully extended ladder. These make for a landscape that is difficult to navigate and easy to become lost. Okay, so let's actually get off this. And let's just go up. Let me see. I have to go that way. No, that's a different. This way. There's also a billion celebrities in this game. One of the main characters that I'm going to meet later is Elle Fanning. The director of Mad Max is a character that I met a little while ago. I'm playing Norman Reedus. Even the doll that I have on my belt, he's modeled after, I believe, a German/Hungary, like from Hungary, director. So yeah. If you recognize people, that's why. Funny you asked. I got chow mein, fried rice, greens, a Fanta, and veggie spring rolls. That sounds delicious.
Time to shine, Sam.
It's been a while since I've gone to Panda Express. Kinda want some. Oh shit, it's gonna rain. So when it rains, there's a thing called time fall. And things that get exposed to rain age quickly. That also includes packages. That's also why a lot of the structures of like the world are all gone and it's just all just landscape because the timefall has fucked everything up. But I have a raincoat, so all is well with me. Okay, need to go there. So a lot of people have been calling this game a walking simulator. I'm not gonna disagree. It kind of is. But I love this. This is so, like, therapeutic in a way. I can also play music, too. So, hold on. Let's get the music player out. I have a playlist that I already made. Go to current song. Play that. And also lower the volume a little bit. And I'll just play in the background as I go about doing my stuff. This game is fantastic. I will tell you that. Oh no. The music stopped. There's water.
Listen.
There's water getting on the... Hold up. Mel asked if you need to play DS1 to play this. I would say kind of. Yeah. If you want to understand what's even happening. There are whole videos that they released. To be like, oh, the story so far. Okay.
They're very close now.
So you see that thing on my shoulder? That thing detects, the BTs. You can also see the baby now, because the baby is what powers that thing, because the baby is technically dead, so it can connect to the land of the dead. And so it's able to warn me where the BTs are. BTs can only be hurt by certain weapons. I have a few. I didn't take a whole bunch with me, but we'll see what happens. Maybe, though, I know 2 artists I made music for the first game that could be for this function. Churches made music for this game, which is really good. Do you import them from YouTube or something? How is the music library selected? So, the music is actually just music from the game. Like, it's music... Oh, you see that right there? You see how things are growing? That is because there's a BT nearby. I have to be... There's one right there. If you can see it, just like floating. You have to be careful. And then when you really need to be careful, you need to hold your breath. I'm trying to remember how you hold your breath. There we go, it's R1. Okay. I need to make it to that destination without getting caught. But, as we see, that thing is going crazy. The good thing is it also points in the direction of where the BT is, and it's over there. But I'm sure there are more. Okay. I doubt that's... Oh, there's one right there. So you don't want to be too fast either, because they can detect you, and once they detect you, it's freaking game over, man. Also, in the story of this game, the main character, his name is Sam Bridges, he is what is known as a repatriate. He cannot die. Or rather, when he does die, he just comes right back to life. Which is kind of like a curse to him. Also, one of the big goals of the game is that the world has become disconnected because of this event called the Death Stranding, where now, like, you can't go outside. If you're in the rain, you freaking just age. You'll literally be like, let's say a 30-year-old, and like within seconds you'll be like 80. So you can't just be out in the open. And that's why, like, these people known as porters are the only people who are allowed to actually go out. So my job is to connect everybody over a new type of internet called the chiral network. And what that chiral network does, it allows people to request deliveries. It allows people to communicate with other people. It's basically the internet. It also allows them to 3D print things. So it basically is like the new internet that allows society to move forward. Oh shit, it says I'm right near one, but I don't see it. Oh, it's right there. Okay, I see its head. I see its head. Man, you just put me through all the stages of grief. I was so hyped when I read that Sleep Token was going to be part of the OST, but it turned out to be... Aww. So he's like Mikey17. He's rebranded all. Kind of. Yeah, basically. Hey there, Miss Little Ivy. How are you? No, you're not late at all. I'm gonna try to go past that. Oh, God. Can I? Okay, I was about to say, did I fuck up? I did not. Hi there, Ivy. Thanks for stopping on by. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. All right, cool. I think we made it through most of it. Where do I gotta go? This way. Okay, we're not in the clear yet. Also, we are in Australia currently. The opening of the game, the tutorial section was in Mexico. But after like the opening, maybe like the first 2 acts, I think we're now in we've now made it to Australia. You go from young buck to unk just like that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh, thank you so much to the anonymous gifter for giving a sub to Miss Little Ivy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Show some hype in the chat, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I gotta show my love too, right? Cool. Also, we made it. That really was not that hard. And we didn't break anything either. I almost broke the package like before we even got there. All right, cool. Deliver it. 0 damage. Awesome. Even when I fell. That's good.
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent.
It was the government. I think it was like either like the new prime minister or something. I think that's who it was supposed to be. Heck yeah.
Must have been some hard yakka getting it here looking like this.
Is that a term that you that is familiar to you, Zeal? Yakka?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Cool. Leveling up. Hell yeah. Faster scanning, recharging, speeds up your sensor's recharge time. Heck yeah. So basically you earn likes by, because likes are like a currency in the game. So as you accrue more likes, your porter level or porter grade goes up, and then you unlock different gear, different weapons, different, like here, like this is another one. This one here, I didn't unlock it, but I unlocked it on a skill tree, so I can put some, points to it. But this is Strand Contract Cap Boost. Increases the total number of Strand contracts Sam can form. Cool. So that means like I can take on more jobs all at the same time.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours.
Why not?
To be frank, I don't trust you Drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts.
Hard Yakka. No one has said that since the 1980s. Yakka used to be a work overalls brand. Ah, okay.
And I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
I mean, I'm a repatriate. I can just come back to life. So, the reason why he's all fuzzy is because he's not fully connected to the network. Once he is, we'll be able to see who he is. And usually, he's like a celebrity. Alright, so from him, the lone commander remains somewhat suspicious of you. You need to prove yourself by fulfilling this order. Retrieve his treasured mementos from the BT area in order to earn his trust. Alright, and what sucks is I can actually see that it's like all the way on the edge. Also, what's cool, if you guys see like that route that I took, like that wasn't established ahead of time. That's actually showing like the route I took. So that's pretty cool. Like it almost looks like a trail. I kind of feel like the game is maybe tricking me, thinking like, oh yeah, you should go in a straight line, because I'm assuming there might be some BTs there, but we'll still try it. Yeah. Very bogan. Go off half-cocked, my guy. Eh, who knows? It could be. Okay, so he gave me... Wait, I don't need any of this stuff. Recover the mementos from the BT area. Oh, he's giving me these, so that way I can hopefully go for it. I can also customize my look. I like this color because I'm, you know, we're in the Australian desert. I can change the doll man's costume as well. Kind of like the one I had. Just wanted to show you I can do that. I don't have any extra colors for the baby. And I can have different hats. This game does do a lot of commentary on the US and its politics. Earlier in the game when we were in Mexico, you actually go see the border wall, like the Trump border wall. So that was interesting. And this game is meant to be kind of like a critique of that whole thing, of like, instead of building walls, we're like making bridges, hence Drawbridge. That's the company that I work for. In the original game, there was a Make America Great Again hat, but it didn't say that. It said something else, but it was in the same style. And I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, let's head on out. Right, Angel? Why me, man? At least he didn't say be careful those BTs. They go off like a frog in a sock. You know. Tries to make it a bit more, so you can relate, Zeal. He's speaking in your language. What sucks is I can't hear the music no more because we're in BT territory. Alright, BTs are somewhere here. Oh shit. Let's be sneaky. Also, there are huge monsters too. Like the BTs can not just be like ghost people. Oh, there you go. You see the way how these plants are growing? That usually means there's a BT nearby. But you do fight huge like monsters later on. In the first game, you did that for sure. Okay, so here. Picturing the zinked nose, the tash, and the mullet. Alright, I don't see what there's... Is there a BT down here? Just can't see it. Also, where am I going? Am I even going the right direction? Okay, yeah, I have what to say. Oh shit. Turn orange, that usually means they're right nearby. Oh, it's right there, I see it. Some of them also have eyes. So they can like see you like directly, but here, as long as you don't make a lot of noise, it's fine. Ooh, there's some packages here that are for somebody else. I'm gonna pick that up. Oh shit. There's literally a BT right there, right in front of me. Alright, just gotta be careful, just gotta be careful. We're making it, we're making it, we're doing it. Oh no! My cruiser, I had that, what do you call it? That vehicle. I forgot to put it inside the base. Because it's taking damage. Because of the rain. That's not good. Alright. Alright, there's the items right there. It's a bit of a drop, no? Can I? Yeah, there you go. I can do that. Oh, shit. See that tar right there? That usually means... Yes, vehicle, the rain damages everything. That's why it's called, timefall. So it literally will damage anything and everything. And also, as you see the tar, basically that is like the land of the living stuff that is crossing over into the real world. And so you can see it's going up instead of down. I am pretty sure the second I grab that thing, a BT's gonna attack me. Let's see how close I can get. Okay, okay.
You have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
All right, go, 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 go. Woo, close one, close one. Heyo, KB, how's it going? How are you? You know, I never watched any of the... They were the Crocodile Dundee movies, right? I never actually watched those. So my knowledge of referential jokes from Australia are not very up to... Or I'm not gonna say up to date, but I don't know any of like the real big ones like from the movies from back in the day. Okay, it's over there. Shrimp on the bobby. Yeah, I remember all the commercials. Also, don't forget about Outback Steakhouse. I don't think Outback Steakhouse is innocent. Because they used to have commercials all the time for shrimp on the bobby stuff. Also, Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. That's probably the most like exposure I had to like Australian. I don't know. He wasn't too Australian himself. Accent, yes. So did you watch Rocco, Zeal? I was gonna say, maybe there were more, what do you call it? More referential stuff to Australian things in there. But I just didn't notice. Yeah, up to date for 1986. I just remember they were a thing in the 90s. Jeez, it's one thing for you to age, but damn, makes sense it affects more than... Yes, it affects everything. That's why, like, the cities are all, like, fucked up and everything. Whenever you go to, like, a town or whatever, like, all the structures are all, like, damaged and everything. And that's why also when you're delivering packages, like, you can't be out in the rain for too long, otherwise it'll start to accrue damage. Can you believe I have never had a blooming onion? All I know is that they're like 1 billion calories. That's all I know. I also think it's because growing up, I wasn't a big fan of onion rings. Now, I'm okay with them now. I don't really like crave them, but they're all right. You can believe because you haven't either. I don't even think I've ever gone to an Outback Steakhouse now that I think about it.
Have a go at that. You
Most of their
actually
dessert
managed to
menu
bring
sounds
it
like
back, did you?
diarrhea to you.
I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look at it.
Ah, okay, cool, cool. Rocco was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Absolutely loved it. All right, cool.
That's a bang-up job you did. Well done, mate.
Hey, yo, mate. Same thing with the Texas Roadhouse. Remember when other people in the chat were telling me how like horrible Texas Roadhouse is? Like when it's your birthday and they made you like...
You are no
I
average
forgot what they
boy,
make
mate.
you do. They
That
make
much
you
is
do some
crystal
stupid
clear.
shit. Honestly, what the fuck is a bloomin' onion? I love their Toowoomba salmon. Toowoomba is in the middle of Brisbane. There's no salmon there unless it's coming out of a freezer. Interesting. How far is it into like the main, like into the country? Is it?
Get out your Cupid and finish the job.
All right, so we're bringing our little necklace of USB sticks, and what that does is it connects people who are in these bunkers. And it connects them to the chiral network. Wallaby Way, Sydney. That's from Finding Nemo, right? The address that they're trying to find. They take an onion, cut it to bloom it out like a flower, deep fry it in some batter, and serve it with some kind of sauce. I'm curious about the sauce. Toowoomba is about 1,800 miles north of where we farm salmon. Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? Like, don't trust a place ever if they're not by water and they're like freaking selling seafood. All right, so we unlocked a new weapon. A long-range rifle loaded with non-lethal tranquilizing rounds, ideal for neutralizing human targets from a safe distance. Comes with a variable scope that has 2 zoom settings. Hold your breath to stabilize your aim and be warned. Makes a loud noise when firing. That's another thing too. In this game, again, we don't want the land of the living and the land of the dead to like physically touch. So what ends up happening is if you were to kill somebody, if someone were to be like, if anybody actually dies for any reason whatsoever, but specifically if you kill somebody, there is a chance that you can actually cause a BT like event to happen. So in this game, there is no killing. Everything is tranquilizers, which is pretty cool. And that also was like a whole thing of the creator. Like when this game was coming out, this was around COVID times. It was before COVID, which was the crazy thing. It was more to do with, again, instead of building walls, he wanted things to be more like, hey, we're community. We need to stop like hating on each other, and instead we need to build together. So he wanted to make a game that was less focused on fighting. Therefore, nobody kills themselves, or not kills themselves, nobody kills each other in this game.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Cool. I am a legend of legends. Not to shock you guys, but Steve Irwin was very popular overseas, but when he was alive, he wasn't that popular here. We just thought he was a bit of a dickhead and needed to stop harassing crocodiles. What do you guys think of his family then?
So this is
They're
what it's
pretty
like
famous
being
now.
all hooked up and wired in. At any rate,
Steve Irwin was
looks like
basically
schematics
a
of trusty shooter and darling little
contemporary
smoke
of
grenades are in
like
your hands now.
Mr. Rogers and
The
stuff.
form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a
Her
hell of a
mom named the
bang
new
when
kitten
fired,
Kato
though.
because of the
So
green
keep that in
hornet.
mind.
Aw, that's so
It's a
cute.
shame our paths couldn't have crossed sooner. Maybe this world of ours wouldn't have been so divided, and maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die.
My sniper rifle. It's configured to
Didn't
fire
know the Wiggles were
tranquilizing
Australian
rounds.
until much,
An ideal choice
whoops,
for those who
much
prefer to get the
later
job
in
done
life. The
without
Wiggles
undue
also did a collab
bloodshed.
with Steve Irwin.
Bit of advice though.
I
Make
don't
sure
know
you
the
engage
Wiggles.
your enemies at a healthy
I think I'm a
distance.
little older
It's
for
not a
that.
silenced weapon, so fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react.
And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move.
Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. Ah, and always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point and
You
not
might.
two above your target, depending on the distance. And finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger.
Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be
Irwin's
of use to you.
popularity is fueled by tourism. Gotcha, gotcha.
Hey now, don't knock them till you've tried them, alright? Granted, you can't neutralize an enemy with one, but they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover, far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that...
Enough of this.
which
Blah, blah,
method
blah, 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 blah.
for- mate,
Yeah.
I
You didn't like me 2 seconds ago, and now you just didn't want
It
to
may
talk my ear
sound
off.
like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the
I don't mind the Australian accent. I think it's funny. Like, I enjoy it. I do think it's funny how they say certain words, but I like it. I also like the, like with Zeal when she's explaining some of like the terms that I have no idea what they're saying. He's just talking a lot though.
So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. I had to figure things out.
Were we all just doomed to die and become watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down.
Cool.
Righto, Sam. I know you got places to be, but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would you?
I think when he said the FARC thing, I think there was a glitch. I think that's what happened, because I also caught that. I think it was like a glitch in like the little hologram thing in the effect. Brigand scouts have set up camp near the government's base and appear to be preparing to conduct reconnaissance operations. Recover all of the brigands' what was it? I freaking hit the controller. Reconnaissance equipment to drive them from the area. I don't want to do this. This is where you have to fight people. I don't really like fighting people. I also have to go through the BT area again. Oh, you know what? I could just go back here. And then deliver. Oh, okay. You know what? Hold on. All right. Yeah, I could do that. That's fine. Let me see what weapons I got. Am I going to TwitchCon? I wish I could go to TwitchCon. That'd be fun. My whole thing is... Here's the other thing, too. Like, I've always thought about this. This is kind of like my... Like an idea in my head. That if I ever were to do, like, some sort of public event, it's like, how do I even go to that, right? Because I like to keep my, my identity and my personal stuff secret, right? I am very private. And so, like, the idea of... I thought about that, too. I thought about wearing a mask, but at the same time, I'm just like, do I have to wear the mask all the time? Are people going to follow me around? Or, you know what I mean? So that's my whole thing. I'm like, I definitely could. But it's just, it's interesting. It would be an interesting thing to do. Also, Sam Neill is a Kiwi. So what is, New Zealand? Yes? Oh, don't remind me, KB. Anime Expo is my old stomping grounds. I used to go to Anime Expo AX for like 10, 11, 12 years in a row. Like, I was a vet. I knew that convention center in and out. Let's use that. Well, I got a shotgun. This is pretty cool. Let's get the shotgun. And let's try the Trank sniper rifle. The only problem is, though, I think the brigands, which is what we need to do, they have heavy armor. Okay. A mask and heavy cosplay if you want to play extra safe. Not serious, but I mean, yeah, that's a whole thing. I could. Also, the music's back. Also, let's give some likes to these people. So I can just make a sign too. Like, let's put it near here. I'm gonna put a sign right here. Let's make it a... Don't let the heat get you down. Or, you got this. So, my sign is there, and now people can give me likes when they go by it. Thingy was his face. Harry Potter went to San Diego Comic-Con in disguise for the entire time. He loved it. Yeah, I guess I could. Also, I love these things here. I have one. I don't know if you guys ever noticed it, but when I took my Japan photos that I've posted online, I have a little keychain figure of this guy. He's the mascot for the production team. So, yeah. Just in case. So I can go deliver this to the lone commander right now. I'm coming. Coming, buddy. was it? Synthesized alcohol beverage. I wanted to say beverage. They give you likes, and those are the currency likes in the game. Kind of. It's like, the interesting thing about the likes is that the likes don't do too much for you.
Where on earth did you find...
Like, the likes do help you, when it comes to delivering stuff. But the likes you get from other people, I think they give you little stat boosts. I think that's like the only thing. But it's not the actual currency of the game, because the currency of the game is more like resources. Also, now that I'm on the network, all these structures are now showing up. These are the things that other players have made. So you can see there's a bridge over here that did not exist before when I was first coming up here. So that's pretty cool. It's only a few things because their accents are heavy. Also, it's funny because they talk Hindi. They don't have the accent, but in English they do. Interesting. Have you ever seen those videos of like the people in, I think, India talking about like the English accent? Or like, I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's a video where they're like, do you guys, like, what do you guys think of like people in like other places speaking English? Do you think their like English is good or their accent? And then the Indians are like, our accent is the normal way of speaking. We speak English the most accurately. And I thought it was really funny because it's like they're so sure that like, nope, we are the ones who got it right. Gotta give that guy's likes. Yeah, because I'm not going to do the stereotypical accent right now. I'm not going to do it, okay? So no fear, but you know what I'm talking about. They have really heavy accents, and they're like, we speak perfect English. And I'm like, I can barely understand you. So I just thought that was really funny. But I mean, you know, it's all relative, right? I mean, to them, they can understand each other, and that's fine. So if they think they speak English, sure, like not English, but if they think they speak like the perfect form of English, sure, whatever. They're closer to actual original English than I think I am, right? Like when they were like colonized by the British, so they have direct contact with the British. Like me right over here, nah. So you go ahead and you claim whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, more stuff. A porcelain vase. Ah, Harriet, back, go back. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna think their native accent is the most accurate way. Exactly, that's basically what it is. Why would you go to TwitchCon? Networking reasons, or is it to meet your fave streamer? I feel like I would like to just go, like for a little bit of all of the above, like the networking. If I knew other streamers that maybe I knew of were going, then that would be fun. Meet and greets and that kind of thing. I used to be way more heavy into knowing a lot more Twitch personalities, like from back, I'm talking back in the day. I'm talking like 2016, 15, around that time. And that felt like more of a time that I could have like met a lot more people that I knew that were streamers. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can also just completely lose your balance and just fall down with momentum. I gotta be careful. My dad says I just sound white. I mean, that's kind of me. It's the same thing with me. Like, I feel like I've talked like this my entire life. I don't really have much of an accent. So yeah. I get it. I had an ad break, so sorry if you answered those questions already. Ah, no worries, no worries. I will be the one to say their English is not good English grammatically, in my opinion. So okay, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Oh, my accent is definitely not the natural accent of where I live. Oh, interesting. Also, fuck fireworks because one of them just went off and scared the shit out of me. Yeah, that's the thing about right now. I hate it with people and their like fireworks. I don't live in an area where there's a lot of fireworks. I mean, you do hear them, but not a ton. Like, I remember living in, like, LA. That was horrible when it came to just people just going off. Do anyone slip into their accent when upset? I have I have heard other people do that. It is funny. No, I actually think the American accent is the most clear, followed by RP British. RP British? What's RP? Royal something? You do have an accent, G. Do I have an accent? I mean, outside of the American one. I like that. Excuse you. They start popping fireworks in my city in June. I've been hearing them every night. I'm lucky then, because I haven't heard any whatsoever. I can definitely say that Chilean Spanish should be a new language. I think I have heard, like, I have heard other accents of Spanish, and, like, the further south you go, it just gets wild.
You make deliveries even at this time of
I don't know why they have to set them off in their own yard. Right? I live in the mountains, so they're far away, but my partner lives in downtown LA, and people be setting off. Yes, I remember, like, being in downtown. Like, as a teenager, I thought it was cool. Now I don't think of it as much. But I remember driving through LA, like, on the freeway, and I think I don't remember if I was, like, I think I was visiting. I think. So it wasn't when I was living there yet. Well, my sister was driving. I think we're on vacation, and we're on the freeway, so we're a little bit elevated, and you could just look in every direction, and there was just fireworks going off. And I'm not talking about the fireworks that you see people just, you know, the little like convenience store stands or stalls that you can just buy for your neighborhood. I'm talking about like full on huge ass ones that explode in the sky. So that's a whole thing. I slip into a British accent when no one else in my family has one. Interesting. Don't Dominicans literally speed run speaking Spanish? That, and also Puerto Ricans have an interesting Spanish too. There's a politician from where I live, and he's often on the news. I absolutely cringe because we really don't sound that awful. We're the last state that needs fireworks. We're always on fire. Yeah, California, you know.
I'd say it's about time I gave you this.
Additional ammunition storage that significantly increases the amount of ammo Sam can carry for all his weapons. Using additional ammo containers will further increase Sam's ammo capacity. Sorry, I was scratching my eye. I need to use my skill points. One of my neighbors was just popping a bunch off, and I could hear within my window. Do you guys have pets, right? Shiv? Like the doggo?
Much bigger capacity. That's not an overstatement. It'll let you carry a lot more ammunition. That way you don't have to bring so many weapons and can rely on just a few favorites. That sounds good to you? Give it a try.
Chilean Spanish is another language in Spanish too. Oh wait, no, let's not do this one. We were gonna do that other. Is there anything I need to drop off? Because I have a. Oh wait, no, not rest. I have a lot of stuff on my back, and it makes you slow. Carried on back. Let's take that off. Let's take ladder. We have so many ladders. We don't need that. We don't need this either. We don't need that. Let's store that. All right. That's better. Let's auto arrange. There you go. You can arrange like how you want the packages to be. You can put them on your shoulders. You can put them on your back. Also, if you walk through a doorway and you have too many packages, they'll get hit and they'll fall off and they get damaged. So that's pretty funny. Do I have a place I can put them? Oh shit, there's another trike over here. Cool. But I do see it is getting damaged. Hold up. I think I have. Where is it? There we go. Container spray. Oh wait, no. Can I spray? Oh, you know what? I don't think I can spray. Point forwards. There we go. Oh no, I ran out. I'm gonna switch this song before I get, what do you call it? Hit with a, what do you call it? Hit with with a copyright strike. Also, I ran out of repair spray. I need more. Usually I could tell the area, if not the state of a US accent, but yours is definitely neutral, Gigi. Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. I feel like if you grew up in the Southwest, I would say, or maybe even Pacific Northwest, I'd say you have like a neutral accent, I would say. Because once you get further into the Midwest, they have their own accents. You go fully south, like, you know, just the South in general, Texas. Also New Mexico, there's also a heavy accent there. My dad was from New Mexico, so he had that. It wasn't super heavy, but he had the accent. But yeah, I would say if you're like from Arizona, Utah, Nevada, California, you know, again, Pacific Northwest, so I'm talking like Idaho, Oregon, Washington, it's a neutral accent. Like nobody really has much of anything. The Australian accent is so nasally sometimes. I dislike that. Interesting. I guess so. I hadn't really thought about that. From everything I've heard about Australia, this game just seems like Australian mail carrier simulator. It kind of is. I was going to fabricate some repair spray. Let's place it in my backpack. All right, cool. Now let's try repairing the trike. Point forwards. Here we go. Oh, what? That's the wrong one. We want this one. Point forwards. Okay. Come on. Work. Maybe it doesn't work on vehicles. Maybe they're just like forever damaged. I think that's actually what happens. Oh well. It's fine. The Boston accent is funny. Yeah, it is. Like when they say "fack." Is that a fuck? Fack. Repair a vehicle. All vehicles such as triggers have limited durability. A vehicle will be destroyed if its durability is depleted. Vehicles can be repaired in facilities. Okay, there we go. Now we know how to repair them. So I can't do them myself. Damn, you have no idea, Gigi. That song you had to stop just hit a chord with me. I needed to hear that today. Well, if I play like songs that are like very well recognized, they can sometimes get copy like struck. So that's why. That song is actually from the opening of the game. You have a Valley Girl accent, Shiv. I don't have the Valley Girl accent, but it always made me wonder, how do people develop it? I think it's just, it's not regional. I would say it's more the people you hang out with, I would say. You're free from the shackles of employment. Hooray, Irene. How's the game? It's going very well. I love me this game. Hey there, Makima. How are you? Oh shit, I think they saw me. Hold up. So these are not BTs. These are just like human loser folks. Weapons. There's a trank.
Right. A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired.
Okay, well, we don't want that. I don't know if a shotgun's gonna be any better. I do know that the assault rifle is not that loud. Okay. Here's my thing. Okay, there we go. Sneak. Alright. Guy right there. Hold on. Let's also tag him. Oh. Guy's all by his lonesome, so I could take him out. The guy right here. You can also see his footsteps, so he's gonna be walking this way. Okay. Also, I just have a southern accent many of the times. I think you can separate your music source from OBS so your VODs don't get taken down. Well, my music source is the game itself, though. That's the issue. And so everything gets mixed down when it's in the game. What's up, buddy? Give me my package back, fool. Give me that. Stop stealing people's stuff. Got a package thief here. Okay. Oops. Oh my gosh, what's the button to zoom in? What is the button to zoom in? Is it this one? Oh, I think it's because I have the weapon equipped. That's why. Otherwise, I can do this. Okay. Alright. That guy. Guy right here. Or no. Oh, it's in a locker. Okay. I don't think that guy's gonna walk anywhere. I think those guys are just chilling. Oh, this guy right here. Didn't even see that guy. All right. Don't think he has one of the packages either. What's up, buddy? You're drinking hot coffee right now. Oh, heck yeah, that sounds really good right now. I think I will also be joining with some hot coffee in a second. Also, I am so backed up on the chat. All mail carriers have the ability to psychically detect their surroundings. So it's not psychically. What it is I'm using that thing, and it uses like a sonar to show me. But the game is pretty wild. You could have said all mail carriers have a strand rope that they can just take out fools with. All right. When the music comes back, that means we've neutralized everybody. Also, in terms of accents, mine is a weird combination of generic American and Kiwi. Although my Kiwi accent is getting stronger because I've been living here for too long, and of course with a bit of like a Filipino English accent, depending on who I'm talking to. I have a friend who, similar, they're originally from the Philippines and then moved to New Zealand. And they can actually do a well, maybe not perfect, but to me at least it sounds perfect. A Kiwi accent, full on. But they just talk like a very, like I feel like their voice sounds exactly like mine, just very neutral, you know? Which is really interesting because I grew up with a lot of Filipino friends growing up in Vegas, and they all had kind of an accent. So I thought that was really interesting. There's a bunch of stuff I can take. All right, cool. How do you know you're playing with someone famous? What do you mean, Cougar? Bro, this dude must have super leg and core strength, carrying 8-foot tall backpacks and all. I would literally die. So what's interesting is that if you actually look it up in real life, there is an actual job in Japan where people carry packages just like this up deep into the mountains, where a lot of this is actually based off from, like this job. Never really realized Kiwis had accents until one of my uncles from New Zealand visits. It's subtle, but I can hear it. Yes, it is subtle. And yes, he also is wearing an exoskeleton too. Makima says, I'm also eating Chinese pork buns right now while watching you play. Ooh, that sounds really cozy. Filipinos are taught American English in school, and American media is probably the most popular type of foreign media there is, so if you learn English, you need to pick it. That sounds about right. Hooky Frog says, speaking of accents, I watched 28 years later, recently, also very good movie, and had a hard time understanding. Lol, I wish movie theaters had closed captions. So I do think that there are certain glasses that you can get for closed captioning. You do need to tell the staff, but I do also think it's more meant for people who have like a disability, but I do know that they offer that. Angel says, since we're sharing, I don't know what my accent would be besides generic Pacific Northwest, though I think of myself as having a mild accent from the remnants of my speech impediment as a kid. Oh, interesting. So that's what I was talking about earlier about the Pacific Northwest, is like, is there really much of an accent outside of maybe getting a little crossover with Canada? You know, with kind of the Canadian, the about. True, English is our second language, actually. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Yeah, like once you realize the difference, it becomes super obvious. Get him to say fish and chips, 666,000, you hear? In the game, you said famous people play it. If you come across their character, would you know who it really is? Oh, so there's a ton of main characters who are literally famous. So like, for instance, like the character I'm playing as is Norman Reedus, like the actor. Like he's based off him, right? And you will see other famous people literally, but they're like main characters. So you will see them. Like they'll have speaking roles and everything. About to drive home, so saying bye in case the stream finishes before I get home. Oh, all right, Irene. Well, you have yourself a lovely rest of your day. I'm hoping that you have a... Is it already your weekend, I want to say? In the... yeah. Ah, thank you, Irene. Wow, Philippines. Actually, it is a meme in our country. Someone is shouting, wow, Philippines, if Filipinos or the Philippines is mentioned in the Western media. So you're not being weird, not at all. We're all, you know, I'm not going to say we're weird, but we're all, you know, we are who we are. We'll never be ashamed of it. I've never heard someone say it like a boot. Maybe in other places in Canada, but not where I'm at. I had a friend who was from Barrie, Canada, which I believe is on the East Coast. And he used to say a boot all the freaking time. I can also tell because I've been watching G Gundam recently. For like a after dinner meal kind of thing to watch, or not after, but like during dinner. And I can tell whenever the voice actors are Canadian because they definitely, that a boat comes out. Also, I don't know who this singer is. Apparently she's really famous. You guys can let me know if you know who she is. It's called On the Beach by Carolyn Polachek. I looked her up. Apparently she's done a lot of music for a lot of like super mainstream like acts and artists. So she made this original song for this game. I wish I could cause my family and him and my aunt are going to Canada in November, but I can't because school, unfortunately. My fam lives in Canada and they don't say a boot, they say about or about. Yeah, I can hear that. An artistus. Yes, artistus. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. Deliver all this guy's stuff. Here you go, buddy. Cool thing is, you can also skip all these scenes.
Well, retrieve that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now,
welcome.
Let's review the order details.
Heyo.
This time after time you've been there for us.
Cargo. Yeah, basically. So everybody gets maxed out at like 5 stars, and that's all based on how many like jobs you do for them and how good the deliveries are. It was funny though, because when I was in Mexico, the characters in the bunkers all had like that kind of like Hispanic accent, and they would also mix in a little bit of Spanish when they were talking in English. So I thought that was funny.
We've got our hands on those bastards' gear now, and it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you. You damn right.
How long are you planning on streaming for? Probably actually just a few more minutes. Probably not much longer.
Like you wouldn't believe. And not
just with a rifle either.
I did want to just go a little bit longer than usual, just because it's the start of my 3-day weekend, so it's all good. I'll probably still be playing even after this, but I thought it'd be fun just to, like, you know, actually just hang out a little.
Still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could. He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knott, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knott. Anyway, he was a champion.
Ooh, I'm not trying to rush you or anything, but I do need to take an everything shower before my mini vacation tomorrow. Ooh!
One time, when he heard a
Mini
group of
vacation, that's what
treasure
I'm talking
cows
about.
getting ready to attack
Are you gonna do
Cape
anything
Fort Knott,
cool for 4th of July? Like eating hot dogs, grilling, anything like that?
I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days. But if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally. A strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves, so he could...
In the first Death Stranding, Conan O'Brien was one of the people in the bunkers, and he would say jokes. It was pretty funny. I love that. That was great.
Research. I've only met him once myself, and I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit.
Kind of been wondering myself. I realized it almost hour and a half hours at this point, though I'm certainly not complaining. No, yeah. I wanted, again, just to spend a little bit of extra time with you guys.
Thanks again for the help. You take care now.
I will. Thank you, good sir. Click on more orders. So this is breakable, and it's a bit further away. Deliver paintings of Australia before the Death Stranding. Deliver. The focus of this delivery is the condition of the cargo. Deliver it in the best condition possible. Let's do it. It is a little bit farther away, but I do think there's roads there. We're gonna hope. I do think there was a trike here. Yeah, there's a trike right here. The trikes are also, like, all the vehicles are battery powered, so they do run out of power. So you do have to also, like, make sure. Also, I left that vehicle all the way over there when I went to that base. Oops. You do have to make sure that they get power. And where is it? Oh, it's over here. Is that really where the delivery is? Yeah, okay, this is easy because this has roads all the way to it. The cool thing is the roads are not there originally, but players can donate the resources that they find throughout the game to make the roads. And if you drive in the center lane here, your battery recharges. You can also upgrade the roads too by also donating more resources. You can also give likes to people, which I love. No complaints here, but I do have to go in 30 minutes. No worries. Like I said, I'll be heading off in just a few minutes myself. Thinking maybe just deliver this last package. Didn't they have a chicken outfit or something like that in the first game? So the chicken outfit is actually a Metal Gear thing, but the first game had an otter outfit, and I did see in the beginning of this game there was an otter crib that you put a baby in, and I thought that was amazing. Oh, Gigi, thank you for taking some extra time. Of course, this whole week I was just been all over the place. I think I mentioned it on the server, and it was a bit of just like nerves and anxiety from having to do the recording earlier today, so I know that was definitely playing a part.
Hey, you. Always looking out for us.
But I'm over it now. I finished it, so that's good.
Damn near perfect condition. That's what I like to see.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Thanks so much for stopping by. You take care of yourself now.
I will. Don't you worry. Check the cost of the first game, and it's still full price. It's on the wish list now. But you have PlayStation Plus, right? If you do, the first game, the director's cut version, is free, I think, with PlayStation Plus. You can just, like, play it. So, since it's a first-party game. Hey, man, you do what you gotta do. If you need some space, then go for it. And if you want to hang out, then that's cool, too. Yeah. The person who sings this song, is in this game. He's in the bunker. I actually delivered something to him, I think, just the other day. I want to see this guy deliver medals. Let's go deliver it to him right now. I do think there are... This will be the last delivery. And then we'll finish our stream. I might have to kick myself up a tier. Oh, yeah. I think it's on the standard tier. Like, not the minimum one, but like the center one. That's the one I have. I never really care about like getting access to like the PlayStation 1 games. And the way I think of it sometimes, Zeal, is like, I will sometimes, well, this is what I always do. I usually will go on and off on my subscriptions, like whether it is Game Pass on the Xbox or like on PlayStation Plus. The way I think of it is like, oh, if I play this game for a month and I finish it, then what was the cost of it? It was the cost of like the membership, right? And then once I like, I'll just finish the game, and then right after I'm done with it, I'll just cancel my my membership. Yeah, I don't get to keep the game, but I'm also somebody that doesn't, I'm not too precious with those kinds of things. I like to collect experiences rather than collect the physical stuff. By the way, I priced the PS5 last week, full price $550. Is that euros? Secondhand 540. Yeah, that's the only thing is like a lot of consoles and stuff, there's not a big difference of buying used or new. It's actually better just to buy new because you're gonna lose out on the warranty if anything goes wrong if you buy used. But sometimes there are deals, like bundles, that you can get. That's for the slim non-digital version. Yeah, definitely make sure to get the non-digital version, because if you do, then you're forced to buy the digital games, which some of those prices never go down. Come on, how is anybody gonna say this game isn't great? Listening to some Japanese jams. I'm just riding here on this cool thing with Norman Reedus and my dead baby. Delivering packages. Restoring the world. Sounds pretty cool to me. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Angel. This game gets insanely silly in other parts. I'll have to post some later on, like on the server, of just scenes that I've seen. Scenes that I've seen! Because it gets absolutely ridiculous. Out of context is an amazing sentence, yes. the dead babies jamming out to my Japanese jams. Hanging out with Norman Reedus. Let's go visit the man who made this song. Go deliver him something. All right. That's him right there. And there's his albums right there. You can see it on the wall right there. All right, we delivered him his medals. Hey there, kitty! How are you? Are we delivering naughty toys? Not, oh, maybe, who knows? We're delivering medals, didn't say what kind of medals.
Well, we meet again. Just
I've seen some
bringing up the
videos
orders.
of DS2 and man, yes, it is absolutely unhinged how crazy this game can get. Please tell me someone clipped that sentence. There's always a... Yeah, I guess so. You can always make my hiccups live in infamy.
Something about the way you work is just inspiring. So I want to give you this data. Hopefully, it'll make your life a bit easier.
I love how this musician, he's like, man, you did great. Let me give you this data of this level 2 shotgun. Oh, I also unlocked some more music. I keep forgetting to
Do you have enough materials?
use my
Why
skill
don't I-
points.
I've got something for you. It's a new version of the shotgun.
What are you doing with a shotgun? It also has a grenade launcher. What the fuck are you doing, my guy? I was going to do something. Oh, I was going to use my skill points. I have 170 of them. Skeleton Auto Assist allows Sam's active skeleton to automatically adjust his posture, making it harder for him to lose his balance. A temporary override of the skeleton's control algorithm has allowed its movements to be optimized. Sounds good to me. When aiming a firearm, the targeting reticle will automatically center on an enemy within range. Heck yeah, let's do that. Reduces the recharge of the Odritic. Heck yeah. Go ahead and save it. See, come on. You guys gonna tell me this game isn't great?
That's so you. You're one in a million.
Hey there!
I always knew I could rely on you.
Heck yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, I think that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and switch on over to our other scene. And I don't think you... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't think you guys should be able to hear that music anymore. But there will be a little bit of a jump scare here where I'm gonna play this other music. Hope it's not too loud. Amazing game being a glorified Amazon worker, yes. And we didn't even get to any of the crazy shit. Like, for instance, there was a red samurai who we don't know who he is. I know that's a big mystery of the game. So I'm curious to know who this samurai is that we met earlier on. He, like, saved my life. Elle Fanning is supposed to show up a little bit later. I'm curious to know who her identity is. The main villain of the first game is back. And he shreds guitar, like riffs, and that's like his power. So yeah, fucking crazy. I'm excited. And sure thing, Kitty, give us a joke. How does a woman control her liquor? How does she? Do you know, Shiv? She holds him firmly by the hair. Oh my god. I get it. I get it. Good one, Kitty. I'm telling you, I feel like you just have this like joke book that you just are constantly referring to, but that joke book is just in your head. You know what? This literally is like super, like I can see it being super inspired by Twin Peaks, or like something very like David Lynch, like Hideo Kojima, the creator of this, he loved himself some Twin Peaks. Little fun story, there was a Twin Peaks pop-up store in a mall in Japan, in Tokyo, and I saw a picture of Hideo Kojima posing in front of this pop-up store, and he's like holding his phone, very similar to one of the main characters in the show, Dale Cooper, and he posted on Instagram. I then went to Japan, I think maybe like 2 days after, and that pop-up store was still there, so I took a picture in the same spot that Hideo Kojima had just been in literally days before, and that to me was special, just to know that me and the director of this game had been literally standing in the same spot. It was badass. And yes, also, Twin Peaks is crazy popular in Japan. It has a cult following. It is huge over there. There's literally people who like cosplay as like the dead Laura Palmer. It is insane. So yeah. And exactly, that's a damn fine cup of coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, spending some time here. Not just with me, but together. I love it, I love it. I'm 1 degree separated from Hideo Kojima, yes! What sucks, though, is when I lived in Vegas, he actually came down to do a signing and a little meet and greet at this one PlayStation event that they did in Vegas. And I had a friend go, and he met him, and I was super sad because I didn't go. I don't know why I didn't go. I think it was like a last-minute thing. And I highly regret that because it would have been pretty badass to have met Kojima himself. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out here with me. Thank you always for all the support you guys showed me, whether it's here and also on the server, just when it comes to like my recording earlier, because I was able to make it through. So thank you guys so much. And I will definitely, give you guys more information on what that project is a little bit later on down the road. Once I'm able to, once the NDA is no longer in effect. Flashback of Twin Peaks melting my brain as a teen. Oh man, I can only imagine like being in on Twin Peaks when it was actually happening, because I didn't get to it until like 10 years ago. I remember telling this joke a bit back, but Gentle has missed. Ah, okay, got it. The other day I saw a reel that had the songs from the series, and man, it unlocked memories of how that song scared me when I was younger. Do you mean the main theme of Twin Peaks? Because that is quite a theme. Anyway, one last time, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on Sunday when I do my usual BG3 stream. Hopefully, we'll continue to make progress. I may rage quit if need be, as I did with the spiders last week, but we do what we gotta do. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Take care. Have an awesome weekend. Hopefully a long weekend if you got one. But anyway, take care. And hey, you'll be hearing from me soon enough. Alrighty, guys. Bye.